Yeah, we're gonna watch that.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Février 2026. Février 2026.
Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Good? First of all, thank you everyone for coming. I hope you're not too tired. I know some people came from across the world, so I hope you guys are all doing well. So I'm gonna get started now. So good evening everyone. I hope everyone's doing amazing. So before I get into my speech, I want to start by acknowledging that Concordia University is located on unceded indigenous lands. The Gani Gahaka Nation is recognized as the custodians of the lands and waters on which we gather today. Jmucc, Montreal, is historically known as the gathering place of many First Nations. Today, it is the home of diverse population of Indigenous and other peoples. We respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with the Indigenous and other people within our Montreal community. Amazing, so now that's done. Now I'd like to formally introduce myself. My name is Alexandre Weatherner, and I am the co-president of Jmucc for the 17th edition alongside Shannon Nayeri. So my journey at Jmucc started 2 years ago. My first year I was a volunteer, actually like the volunteers right over there. I was a presentation room coordinator, and that's when I fell in love with Jmucc. Seeing all the incredible presentations, the solutions being recommended, and the way that delegates presented, I was actually wow. As a first year student, I was like, this is incredible, and this is something I need to continue. So that led me to my second year. I knew I needed to get involved again, and I was selected as Vice President of Corporate Relations, where I got to speak with hundreds of firms and build incredible connections. It was truly an incredible experience. To be co-president of Jmucc. Through this entire journey, it truly changed my life for the better. I learned so much in terms of managing a team, critical thinking, problem solving, and lastly, strengthening my passion for case comps. It made me turn into a delegate. It was truly a rewarding experience, and I'm so grateful for Jmucc for that. I made friendships that will last a lifetime, and memories that will always put a smile on my face when I think about Jmucc. And I truly hope this will all be the same experience for all of you. So now, I couldn't be more excited to actually welcome each one of you here today, every single delegate, actually everybody, to the John Molson Undergraduate Case Competition. I hope you guys are all as excited as we are over here, the organizing committee and Shannon. I'm hoping that you all leave this week saying that this is one of the best experiences of my undergraduate case company, and that happened to almost half the team over here, as they're all volunteers as well last year. So this week, push your limits, be creative, and get out of your comfort zone. And meet new friends from across the world. Make memories that will last a lifetime with you all. Let's all get together and make this week one of the best weeks of your life. Bring your A game and the best energy, super important. I want to see energy. And remember, at the end of the day, we're students trying to have a good time and share the love that we have for case competitions in general. Now, I would like to thank our board of directors over here, our faculty members, and the sponsors who tonight who support year after year makes Jmucc possible. Like truly, they're an incredible support, and we need them for Jmucc to happen on a year-to-year basis. Without you, we would not be standing here today, and we're extremely fortunate to have Concordia University and the John Molson School of Business backing us. Their dedication allows us to keep raising the bar for the incredible competition and consistently making Jmucc one of the best competitions in the world. Now, moving on to the volunteers, this case competition could generally not be done without the volunteers here today, so please, I just want to say thank you to all 36 of them over here, from our 24 TAs, to our 4 runners, our 6 presentation room coordinators, and lastly our 2 tech volunteers. So please truly give them a round of applause, because they're going to make us really
Hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 17th edition of John Molson Undergraduate Case Competition. My name is Jmucc. And I'm honored to be standing here tonight as co-president of Jmucc alongside Alex. So, when Alex and I decided to run for co-presidency, we knew we were stepping into something bigger than ourselves. We weren't just leading an event. We were carrying forward the legacy of the competition that brings together some of the brightest and most strategic minds in the world. From that moment, our focus was on elevating Jmucc to new heights, enhancing the experience, refining the competition, and making sure every single detail was executed with precision. Over the past year, our team has put in countless hours to ensure this competition runs at the highest possible standards, and we could not be prouder of what we built together. But tonight, it isn't just about us. It's about you, the delegates, who have spent months refining your skills, preparing for this moment, and pushing yourselves to reach new heights. Your hard work, your dedication, and your drive are what make Jmucc one of the most competitive and high-caliber case competitions in the world. This week is going to test you, push you, and challenge you, but I promise it will also be one of the most rewarding experiences of this career. Beyond the delegates, the competition would not be possible without the faculty advisors, who dedicate their time to mentoring and guiding their teams. Your commitment to preparing your students and supporting them through this experience does not go unnoticed. The impact you have on your growth extends far beyond this week, and for that, we are truly grateful. As Alex mentioned, I want to take a moment to recognize our incredible volunteers. You are the ones ensuring that everything runs smoothly. This competition would not be the same without you, and we can't thank you enough. That being said, none of this would be possible without the people who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to bring this event to life. Our organizing committee, I cannot thank you enough. Your dedication, late nights, and unwavering commitment are what make Jmucc possible. It's been an absolute privilege to work alongside you, and I could not be prouder of what we have built together. Now, I would like you to introduce to our incredible team behind Jmucc 2025. As I call your names, please come to the stage to be recognized. Louis?
And now we're going to call on Dean, our VP Corporate Relations, #Moneyman.
And our VP ACAP.
We're going to get Clara, our VP Logistics, the one organizing the hotel and everything going around.
Anna, our VP Marketing.
And now we got PR and branding, all the merch bags that you guys got. Give a round of applause to Ariana.
And last but not least, Maya, our first year representative and judges coordinator.
And lastly, we have Christy Lamb, our VP Finance and Dev Allotment. So she recruited all the volunteers. And lastly, right in the corner over there, we're not forgetting you. We got VP Technology and Innovation, Yusuf. Honestly, without this team, this wouldn't be possible. I'm truly grateful for all of them. It's been a year, and it's been 9 months working with this team. We're super close, and it's truly been an incredible experience, and I just really want to thank each one of them. I'm truly going to miss them after this mandate.
Now, let's welcome our first speaker of the evening, Guy Barbeau, Director of Student Life and Special Projects at Concordia University.
Well, first thing I'd like to say is thank you, Alex and John, for plagiarizing half of my speech. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start things off by asking all of the students in this room some questions. What if you were told that throughout your whole professional career, you'd never have to work in a group? You'd never have to deal with conflict, contradiction, or compromise. You would never face a deadline. You would only ever work alone, and you would always have the right answers to every problem. You'd likely think that that was preposterous, and whoever told you that would be out of their mind. Well, you would be right. Our world simply doesn't function that way. And that's exactly why we're all here tonight. As mentioned, my name is Guy Barlow. I'm the Director of Student Life and Special Projects at the John Molson School of Business. I'm also a very proud member of the Board of Directors for Jmucc, and I'm happy to be with you this evening. First of all, I just want to thank the organizing committee for inviting me to say a few words. It is indeed a privilege and my pleasure to be here tonight. So to all of you, Alex and Sean, Clara, Maya, Dean, Louis, Anna, Ariana, and Marie, there you are. Christy, thank you very much. Oh, and yes, thank you very much. Thank you for the incredible amount of work you've done and the work you've put in over the last 9 months. It's really quite significant. I'd like to also thank the volunteers here. I think we have some judges here, I'm not sure. And also like to just make a comment about some of the sponsors that we have this evening with us. Thank you very much, because without your continued contribution and commitment to JMUCC, we would not be here tonight celebrating this event. So now to all of you delegates, coaches, judges, and guests, whether this is your first visit to Montreal or whether you live just around the corner, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this, the 17th edition of the John Molson Undergraduate Case Competition, the largest and the most prestigious undergraduate case competition in the world. Take a moment, please, and listen to the following words. Teamwork, adaptability, relationship management, ethical judgment, problem solving, and critical thinking. Recently, the Conference Board of Canada released the results from a 3-year study, the objective of which was to gain a better understanding of the issues and challenges facing business schools today. This Conference Board of Canada survey was quite similar to 2 other recent surveys, one conducted by Bloomberg and a third by the company PayScale. Combined, these 3 surveys introduced more than 60 new graduates, many of the so-called soft skills required to properly prepare them for the workload. Now, the importance of these soft skills should come as no surprise. Business is fundamentally an interpersonal experience. Even with the incredible growth of artificial intelligence, robotics, blockchain, and all the other evolving technologies out there, in business, you have to deal with people. Business is a contact sport. You must interact with colleagues at all levels, function effectively in groups, play well together in the sandbox, ask appropriate questions, and listen intently to what others are telling you. All of these skills require social and emotional intelligence. They have nothing to do with economies of scale and scope, the 4 P's of marketing, straight-minded appreciation, or, for that matter, and sorry to all you finance pros out there, they have nothing to do with net present value. Teamwork, adaptability, relationship management, ethical judgment, problem solving, critical thinking. According to all 3 surveys, these 6 characteristics were far and away the most lacking in undergraduate business schools upon graduation. This is where you come in. Without any doubt, the best way to develop all of these so-called soft skills is to be engaged in activities outside the classroom. You all know this. You are doing it already. That's why you're here. You are proof that acquiring those soft skills is exactly what results from being an organizer or a participant in case competitions such as Jmucc. And you will all be the better for it. It goes without saying that these are challenging times for higher education and for all of us, with economic, social, and political uncertainties the likes of which many of us have never seen before. It is within this context, however, that Jmucc gives us an opportunity to celebrate collaboration and to work together in finding solutions that can make our world a better place. I urge all of you to make the most of this opportunity. The John Wilson School of Business is known as a CASE competition school, and we are proud of that reputation. CASES are an exceptional tool for connecting the world of academia to the practical and very dynamic world of business and beyond. Supporting Jmucc is an integral component of our school's commitment to nurturing talent, and not just talent at the John Wilson School of Business, but talent globally. You, all of you delegates, are some of the best and brightest minds out there. And on behalf of our business school, we're very proud to have you here for this competition. Over the next week, you'll have fun, but you will be challenged, you will be stretched, and you will certainly experience highs and lows. There will be winners, and unfortunately, there will be those that don't quite make the final cut. All of these experiences will leave you with lasting memories. But the most valuable memories you will take away from Jmucc will be the connections you will make and the friendships you will forge that will hopefully last long after the closing ceremonies and all the partying and time you invested on Saturday night. As much as you can, take the time, take this opportunity to meet your colleagues, enjoy the relationships, get to know some of the other delegates from literally around the world. You may never have a better chance to do so. So to all of you, it is my heartfelt wish that you enjoy your week, that you make new and lasting friendships, and that you enjoy our wonderful city of Montreal. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you all a very rich and rewarding day's competition.
Go to the table real quick.
We're going to take a small break now while the food's being served, and then we're going to tonight. Amazing. So we're going to get back to a couple of speeches. So I'd like to bring up on stage Dean Kiffin. He's at VP Corporate Relations for this year. So please give him a round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dean. If I have not gotten to meet you yet, you guys are all so interesting. It was amazing to meet you all today. I am so excited and grateful to be here. I am standing before you not just as a representative of Jmucc, but as someone who has been deeply humbled by the incredible support we've received this year. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and express our immense gratitude to our sponsors who have turned Jmucc's 2025 edition from an idea into a reality. Without their generous support, this event would not be on the global stage today, where students from every corner of the world have been given the opportunity to showcase their talents. Our sponsors play a pivotal role in transforming aspirations into accomplishments, so we extend a big thank you to every last one of them for their unwavering commitment and invaluable contributions. To begin, thank you to our great friends in competition, Rinaldi, Eptix Electronics, Aster Stainless Steel Products, Zanet, Chubb, Beavertail, One Milk, Two Sugars, Domino's, Pizza, RBC, Taxi Champlain, Schwartz, Kettleman's, Penske, and Gutsy Kombucha. We also want to thank our bronze sponsors, Ernst & Young, TD Assurance, KPMG, Ardennes, National Bank Investments, and of course, Guru Energy, who you all saw today. Thank you to our silver sponsors, Scotiabank and LGS. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Brother at your side. And thank you to our platinum sponsor, IG Wealth Management. Lastly, a tremendous thank you to Jmucc's official 2025 title sponsor, VA Capital. Its founder, Jeffrey Solomon, and his team, who have been working with us for the second year in a row, offering us not just financial assistance, but support in all aspects. They reassured us that if we faced any challenges, they'd be there for us, and this was beyond valuable to the competition. It's these details and relationships that make a big difference and are a testament to the dedication of our sponsors. I encourage each delegate and volunteer to seize the chance to connect with our sponsors. All of them want to meet you. You are the reason they are here. These interactions are more than just simple exchanges. They are opportunities to build relationships and network with professionals who inspire and guide you. You never know where a conversation might lead, and the connections you make here could very well shape your future. Now, I have the honor of welcoming our truly special guest who will be setting the tone for our exciting week here at Jmucc. He's a workplace expert and founded the remarkable leadership development agency, Unicorn Labs. Here, he has been transforming managers into strong leaders who build unstoppable teams. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to our keynote speaker, Fahad Al-Nata.
Well, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Who here? First time in Montreal. Who here is first time in Montreal? Show of hands. Show of hands. Okay, quite a few of you. But I actually wanted to start a story about my first time in Montreal. Let's see if this clicker works. Bam! No, it's not working. Okay. One more time. Hey, there we go. So this is a picture of first time. It's actually an interesting picture. So if you look at the date stamp, it says 1998. You know those old cameras, they put the date on. 1998, October 27th. And it's a pretty monumental moment for my family because this is the picture of us in the Kuwait airport immigrating to Canada for the first time. For the old time. This is a moment where my family history completely changes. See, in 1990, as some of you know, Kuwait was invaded by its neighboring country, Iraq. And for the following years until '98, we actually moved from country to country to try and find a new place that we could call home. And so this is a picture of us in the airport. Why it's interesting is because in my family history, we debate on what day we landed, and it shows that we landed on October 30th here in Montreal, which means my dad bought the cheapest ticket possible. It took 3 days to get here. So we landed in Montreal October 30th, and we had this tiny little apartment that my uncle had gotten for us, and we all just sleep there the first day. The next day is October 31st. And being first-time Canadians, we go home and check out, you're told that Canada's got mountains and rivers. And we're downtown Montreal, right? There's no mountains, no rivers,
and then I didn't
just
get into
snow.
any films, so I switched business.
We come from a little desert country, so we're sort of shocked by this. But by around 5 p.m., I turn to my brother, I go, hey,
Best thing that ever
let's
happened.
go check out our neighborhood, let's go walk around. My sisters say, yeah, we'll come with you. I'm big family, I got 3 sisters, I got 2 brothers. My mom and dad come with us, and we all leave the house on October 31st at 5 p.m. And all we see are little ghosts and goblins running around knocking on people's doors. It was Halloween. And we had absolutely no idea what Halloween was. I mean, in 1998, you didn't watch American TV, I didn't have TikTok, we had no internet. We had no idea what Halloween. I turned to my brother and was like, is this what Canadians do every night? My poor mother, she turned to my dad, she's like, what devil worship is this? We were the kids that carry bags. What are they collecting? We run back in the house, I call my uncle, the only other family member we have here in Canada. And we're like, what's going on? What is this? He's like, no, it's Halloween, it's a thing they do. We don't believe you. Next day, 5 p.m. rolls around, we're standing by the door, just watching. This was our welcome to Canada moment. We ended up moving to Ottawa a few years later, but we lived in Montreal for a few years. I wanted to share that with you because I think Montreal's special, Montreal's beautiful. And so take a chance to get to see the city. I know it's a bit cold for some of you, but take a chance to really take it in and enjoy it. I got to go to university at a place called Carleton University in Ottawa. And I want to tell you a little bit about my time in university. Similar like Alex and the crew over here, I got involved in university. I got involved in a club called the Entrepreneurship Association. And it was really cool. We were bringing in speakers, we were doing different things. And my buddy Michael comes up to me one day and goes, let's try and start an incubator. I was like, aren't incubators those things for babies? Thanks for laughing. I got one person laughing at my jokes. And he goes, no, an incubator is for startups. So we can help student startups. So we sat down and we took a whiteboard and we started to look at all the different incubators that existed. At the time, Y Combinator was really big, obviously, in the Valley. Waterloo had the only other university startup incubator at the time. And we were really interested in it, that you could support students to come up with business projects and actually do something about it, actually build it. So we went to our business school dean. We wrote up a big business sketch because you guys are all used to doing business. We wrote up this long business sketch. We sat down with the school dean, the business school dean, and we told him we're going to start a student-run entrepreneurship center. This would be really powerful. This would be something that the students could start their own businesses and we could support them with it. He looked at us, and I think he just felt bad. He said, guys, we can't do this. Who's going to run it? We need money to run it. We're like, well, we need money from you. We'll run it. We'll do it for free. We'll do it as volunteers. We just need some funding, some space on campus, and we want to start this thing. So he made us a promise. He said, if you can get funding from someone else, I will match it. I said, okay. So we went to our student union. I went to the student union president, booked a meeting, sat down. I told him, I already got money from the business school. If you match it, we could have a lot more money, and we could start this first ever student entrepreneurship center. So he was like, well, if you already got matching money, then we'll match the money they got. Went back to the business team and said, I got your money. We raised $50,000 as students for the first time, $25,000 from each. And it was hilarious because we had no idea what we were doing. But we had, over the next 5 years of running the Entrepreneurship Center, that I got to continue to help support it past my time in university. We had 50 different student startups come through it. We had some that failed so miserably, it was hilarious. And we had some that did really well and succeeded. And what I want to share with you today is actually how that evolved into what I do today. Today I run a really fun organization called Unicorn Labs. We're a boutique company company that works with tech companies that are scaling really quickly. Not as small as what we had when we started Hatch. And the reason we called it Hatch, by the way, is because at Carleton University, our mascot was the raven. Eggs hatching. We thought it was so brilliant. Okay. And so we started this thing, and I've learned so many lessons over the years about what it takes for us to actually build something from scratch and scale it and grow it. And today I want to share a few of those lessons for you to take beyond just the case competition here, but to take with you for life, to take with you back to your schools, to take with you on your entrepreneurial journeys, because I think more than ever, we see business students starting their own businesses and carving their own way. Not joining institutions, but realizing that today, in how we democratize the tools for business, it is easier than ever to actually have an impact. And I want to first start with this story about this guy right here. This guy here, his name is Cliff Young. Cliff Young is a potato farmer, Australian potato farmer. Someone from Sydney here, I saw. Who's here from Sydney? Make some noise. You're so quiet. If someone said, who's from Ottawa? I'd be like, woo! Okay, so we've got, so Cliff Young, you might know him, he was famous, so you might, yeah, I'm getting a head nod, so you can check me for the story. Cliff Young, he was a potato farmer in 1983, 61 years old, okay? And he decides one day that he's gonna sign up to run the ultra marathon. I want you to take a moment here. How far is a half marathon? 21 point something kilometers, yeah? Full marathon? 42. So what do you think an ultra marathon is? I thought like, okay, he doubled it? Nah, here's what an ultra marathon is. It's 875 kilometers long. Yeah, 875 kilometers. It takes 5 days to run this race. He's a 61-year-old potato farmer. And he decides he wants to sign up. When he goes to sign up at the registration table, they send him to the volunteer table. They think he's here to volunteer at first. Because on the day of the race, he shows up in boots and overalls. This is what Cliff Young showed up to do the racing. Everyone was confused, and they made him sign all the waiver forms, right? They're like, if you die, it's not our responsibility, right? Like, they're really worried about this. Now, it's interesting because when he goes to the race, this is a 5-day race, right? And it's a 5-day race, and the greatest of athletes are the ones that prepare for it. You got them, they got Nike and the Reebok, they're sponsored, they're full get up, they train their whole life for this. And if you've trained for it, here's what the best coaches and the doctors say you should do. You should run for 18 hours, and then you sleep for 6, for 5 days. You run 18 hours, you sleep for 6. That's the way to do it. You got a little band that follows you, make sure that you have pizza and good food, right? So, he signs up for the race. And on the day of the race, he comes dressed in boots and overalls. Everyone's dressed in their get-up. The flare goes off, and the cameras just zoom in to Cliff Young. Let's see if this works.
19. Now, when I say elite sportsman, you automatically think of a 61-year-old potato farmer wearing gumboots, don't you?
Sometimes you have events that sort of tickle a nation's funny bone or something grabs their attention.
So I wasn't lying, okay? So just so you see it, okay? When the flare went off and he started his run, as you see, he does this funny run. He's not really running. They literally call it the Cliff Young Shuffle. It becomes a well-known thing called the Cliff Young Shuffle. And so Cliff Young does the race. On the first day of the race, he is dead last. Everyone's ahead of him. Everyone's gone further, but he's doing his little shuffle. He's going all the way through. At the 18-hour mark, the racers, the ones in the first place, they start to rest. They start to sit down, make a little camp. They start to take their breaks. But Cliff didn't have a coach to tell him what to do. So Cliff ran for 23 hours. Slept for 1. When the other racers woke up, everyone was shocked. Cliff Young was in first place. So on the second day of the race, the ones in the top of the race, the first 10 people started speeding up their pace. They changed their game plan because someone's ahead of them. How is this guy so far ahead? They started to try and keep up with his race. And they increased their pace. But he just kept doing his shuffle. Cliff Young broke the world record by 2 days. He kept running 23 hours and sleeping for 1. And when he was interviewed at the end, They were like, what happened? How'd you do that? We didn't think you were a racer. He goes, I'm not. They're like, well, how'd you develop this? He goes, well, I owned a farm, and my parents owned a farm, then a 3,000-acre farm, and we didn't have any machinery, so when a storm was coming, we'd run all over just to gather all the cattle. See, what's really interesting is that it wasn't that there was a secret that Cliff Young didn't know that was going to not allow him to win. It's actually kind of the opposite. It's not what you don't know that stops your success. So often we think there's a secret to things in life. That if I only just figure out the secret. And I was talking to folks earlier, knowledge has become commoditized, which means it's available. With a question to GPT, you get almost anything you've ever wanted. You can Google anything. Knowledge is available. So it's not that you don't have access to information. Actually, it's what you do know that isn't true that stops you from succeeding. Had Cliff Young been trained to run 18 hours and sleep for 6, he would have followed that exact pattern. Because that's what the greatest athletes were told they should do. And what you should do is often the mold that needs to be broken. Here's what's interesting. When we study innovation, what we realize is that you get stuck in what you already think is true. Innovation often comes from a younger generation disrupting an older generation's pattern. Why? Because we get stuck in what we already know is true. This isn't just me telling you a little story about Cliff Young. One of the best books on innovation is The Innovator's Dilemma by Chris, I'm forgetting his last name. Thank you. I wanted to make sure I appropriately had that. So, and in The Innovator's Dilemma, what we learn is that those in the head of the industry tend to follow certain best practices that run for 18 and sleep for 6. Until someone comes along and says, I'm going to create a worse computer, but it's going to be handheld. And it disrupts the market. We're blinded by our own success. See, most of the challenges that businesses have is that they get stuck in what they... There's my clicker. There we go. Okay, so here's a few examples. This is one of my favorite ones. In 1899, Charles Hill, the director of the U.S. Patent Office, suggested that the government close the office because everything that could be invented had already been invented. Let's go next one. You're gonna work with it. 1922, Robert Milton, noted physicist and winner of the Nobel Prize, said that there was absolutely no likelihood that the man could harness the power of the atom. Let's keep going. Philip Reese, a German, invented a machine that could transmit music in 1861. He was days away from inventing the telephone. Every communication expert in Germany persuaded him that there was no market for such a device as the telegraph was good enough. 15 years later, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. It was good enough. The racers to run 18 hours and sleep for 6 was good enough. If I could just increase my speed a little more. See, what's interesting, we have to question how things are. Fred Smith, while a student at Yale, came up with the concept of Federal Express, a national delivery, overnight delivery. The U.S. Postal Service, UPS, his own business professor, and virtually every delivery expert in the United States predicted that his enterprise would fail. I use FedEx often. Let me tell you another story. Some of you know one person in this picture. Do you know which one it is? Steve Jobs. There you go. One of them. We know the person on the left. But most of us don't know the gentleman sitting next to him. The gentleman sitting next to him is by the name of Bill Atkinson. Bill Atkinson is a very special person to Steve Jobs, a very special person to Apple actually as a whole. There's a famous moment in Apple history. It's this moment when Bill and Steve go to visit Xerox PARC. Some of you know this story because it's now become part of the myths of Silicon Valley. But they go to Xerox. Why? Because Xerox at this point is actually one of the greatest technology innovators. I know we all think Xerox is like my printer. Right? That printer that I have. No. Xerox at the time was actually one of the best technology companies in the Valley, producing new tech, new software, and new hardware. And they had a deal with Apple, and one of the deals is that Apple and Steve Jobs should come and visit the tech park. So they go and visit. And Bill Gates and Steve Jobs see this screen. They see what is now known as the graphical interface. They see a computer that isn't built with code, but it is images where you can click. And I know all of you are like, duh, that's how computers work. That's not how they worked, right? Computers used to have to write code. The graphical interface, which is the ability for you to just click on an icon, to click on the internet browser and open something, was a brand new idea. It was brilliant. But not just that. It was the fact that there was programs that were overlaying each other. Do you notice how there's windows that overlay? Okay. So Steve Jobs goes to Bill and goes, we have to create this, we have to steal this. We have to actually take it. So Bill works with his team first 4 months and they actually create the graphical interface. They're excited about it. They bring it to Steve Jobs. He goes, no. You missed what I was saying. I didn't just want the graphical interface. I want layering windows. Okay. Just to help you understand how complicated that is, that you needed multiple programs running at the same time that could be layered. That at the time was like leaps in technology. We did not have that, right? He goes, oh, and by the way, I want the windows, I don't want them square, I want I want a curved edge. That's what Jobs says. So Bill Atkinson goes back, and he works for the entire rest of the year to try and build this. He comes back, and he shows it to the executive team. They built layered windows. Here's the best part of the story. The initial image they saw, clicker is anticlimactic. Okay, you gonna help me out? You wanna go to the next slide? You wanna watch with me, Yusuf, since this isn't doing what I needed to? There we go. The feature he saw on Xerox PARC did not exist. The graphical interface existed, but the ability to have layering windows, the image they saw was actually a prototype image that was designed. Xerox had not yet invented that. So when Apple released it, Xerox was surprised, because they said, we couldn't figure it out either. I told you that we get stuck in what we already know is true. We also get stuck in what we believe is true and is not. Because they believed it was true, they believed it had to build it. This is the power of vision. It has a dual side. You can will yourself into learning something new. You can will your team into creating something that didn't exist simply by being able to go with it. Yeah, this is... There we go. So it wasn't true until he created it. There we go. So the reality here is that you are all coming to a new market. You are, and every year of students that graduate, you will hear everyone tell you that the markets are changing, technology is changing, everything is changing, that the workplace is changing. They've been saying this for the last 100 years. Every next set of graduates, we tell them that the world you're going to live in is going to change. And so people ask, well, what am I supposed to do with that change? This is going to really slow us down, folks. Okay, we're going to skip these because I'm losing time here with this clicker. Can you go 4 slides? Are you with me, Yusuf? Can I see your eyes so I know you're with me? Sorry, folks. Okay. There you go. What happened? What'd you change? Just the clicker? All right. Okay, let's go back to the point here around change. And I'm gonna lose a little momentum. So change is one of the things that you're constantly going to be told is happening in your markets, in your technology, in the businesses. Everyone is constantly being disrupted. AI is the next evolution of our technology. Now, where AI takes us in the next 10, 20 years, we have even more evolution. And so people then ask, well, if I'm dealing with all of this innovation and this change, are the best entrepreneurs the ones that actually predict the future? Not really. There's something else that they do. It's called predicting versus positioning for the future. And this is really good for all of us who are graduating next year that I want you to really think about. Everyone remember when watching the Queen's Gambit, right? Who here signed up for chess.com after watching it and like, oh, no, chess. Yeah, right? And when we watch chess players, we watch master chess players, we think, oh, they must think 20 moves in advance, right? That's one of the things we go, they must be able to think so much in advance to predict the future, to see where the other player is going. And this is what we constantly think that great visionaries do. Oh, Steve Jobs is able to think so far in advance. Oh, Elon Musk can think so far in advance. That's why it makes them so good. Not exactly. They do something different. They don't predict the future. They position themselves for the future. So here's what happens in chess. What they actually do is they don't think about all of the moves. They think about positional authority, which is actually the center of the board. So if you can conquer the center of the board in chess, and you actually can have your knights there, your bishops there, your pawns there, then you have better positional authority. In fact, chess masters will lose pieces for a better position because they know that gives them better options. It's not about predicting the future, it's about putting yourself in a position where you can take advantage of the future. The best AI companies that we're seeing right now aren't the ones that predicted where AI would be. They had the best positioned tech stacks that could integrate AI. They had the best data management. We work with some companies who are like, oh, we want to integrate AI. We look at their data sets and we're like, your data's a mess. I can't even get started with AI. I need to restructure your data from the start because they have a positional problem. When you're well positioned, there are many paths to victory. If you're poorly positioned, there may be only one. This is the difference between the future of tech versus not. Positioning is about future proofing. It lies not in relying spur of the moment brilliance, but ensuring you are strategically well positioned. Position determines options. Position allows you to not have to be the hero of the story, but actually create effective decisions, time as an ally instead of enemy. Right? Who here is always late to things? Anyone show hands? Yeah, a few of you. It was such shame they were like me. People who are late to things, they're late because they want to be on time. It's really interesting. They try and be on time, but they're missing the point because they're positionally wrong. And they go, well, traffic got in the way. Yes, because you were in poor position. You didn't position yourself to have ample time to have buffer. Buffer time is a positional authority. What allows people to miss ordinary moments to determine your position determines your options. Here's the thing. We talk about compound interest in finance. I want you to think about compound decision making. You're not going to have a moment in life where you make one heroic decision that changes your life. You're going to have little moments that compound, and they are compound decision making. Just like over years of decisions around investment, you have this exponential thing that happens to your dollar. The same thing happens to the options in your career and in your business. I want to tell you this last story. In university, when I finished doing the entrepreneurship program, I stayed involved in it, but I actually ran to be part of the student union. And this was my poster to be the president of the student union. And I ran for the student union, and in Carleton University, you run in slates, you run in parties. My party's name was Your Carleton. And we ran, and 11,000 students voted. A big student population, and it's Ottawa, so it's like very politically charged. And we won the election. It was exciting. I was a student president, and I was 21 years old, in charge of $8 million and 150 staff. And I had no idea what I was doing. And so I had a team, just like this team, and I would ask them questions, and we would debate things. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to get students involved in the federal election. We wanted them to come out and make sure that they voted in the federal election, that they were part of something bigger. We didn't care how you voted, just make sure you come out and vote. So we're sitting down and we're having a team meeting. Someone's like, we should have a local debate. Like, that's a great idea. We should have posters. Okay, great. Social media. Facebook was at the time. I don't think we had Instagram at the time. Maybe it was just coming out. But it was Facebook. We had YouTube videos, all of it. My friend sitting next to me, he turns to me and goes, we should make a music video. Of course I was like, yo, that'd be sick. My friend was like a rapper in high school. He's like, yo, we should rap. I was like, this is going to be awesome. So we got a little video crew. We got a bunch of people. We wrote lyrics. Here's the thing. Remember the song, I'm on a Boat? Anyone? It's a bit old, sorry. You can check it out. For the folks who have a little bit more hair, or less hair, more gray hair. In the room, you might remember a song called I'm on a Boat. The song is filled with profanity. It goes, I'm on a boat, mother. Yeah. So we remixed I'm on a Boat to I'm gonna vote. That's good. So we remixed it to I'm gonna vote. We got backup dancers. We did the whole thing. Let's see if I can play it for you here. Oh shit! It wasn't really bleeding the original.
Everybody in the place hit the polling station.
Yo, he's
But
been
stay on your
music.
mother.
Oh my god.
Oh, are you coming? Let's go. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote. Everybody look at me because I'm voting at a vote.
Okay, that's embarrassing enough. Wait, stop. Wait, pause it. Go back. Okay, wait. The head of student affairs here is looking at this and he's like, oh my god. If the students did this at my university. Yeah, we got a lot of really good people. We went viral, okay? Because I know you saw. We had 60,000 views on YouTube. I know on TikTok 60,000 is nothing, but 60,000 views on YouTube in less than 2 days. I see you pull up your phone. Don't go find it. Don't go looking for it right now. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Eyes up here. So we went by. I had articles on CBC, on Globe and Mail. We had news reporters from all over the country calling us. We had Vice News. I got an article on Vice News. This was the article on Vice News. It was the most embarrassing music video in Canadian history. I didn't think it was that embarrassing. See, here's the thing. We thought keeping the swearing had artistic value, right? We're students. We're the student union. We've got to be rebellious. I had a student call me at my student office. And I thought you've lowered the value of my Carleton degree. That's a bit rough. That's a bit rough. I'm not going to show it to you again. I have a longer version. You can Google that later on your own. Here's the thing. We had people who absolutely loved the video and people who absolutely hated it. The president of my university called me and said, do you think this is a good brand image for our university? I said, but people are talking about it.
Marketing.
A lot of people didn't like it, some people did, but here's the thing about leadership that I think is interesting. Is that at the end of the day, Ottawa Centre, where we were, had the highest voter turnout in the entire country. The voter turnout increased by 17.2% in that riding. Don't get me wrong, some people didn't like the video. But sometimes your job as a leader and as an entrepreneur is not for everyone to like you, because there is a cost to transforming the people. There is a cost to innovation, because there are people who benefit from the status quo. And there will always be an industry and an industry giant that will defend the status quo. They will defend it because they benefit from it. They will defend it because their pockets get rich from it. They will defend it because this is the way it's always been. But the point of entrepreneurship and the point of leadership is to disrupt, is to find new ways to do things, is to find better ways to do things, to challenge that status quo, and to actually redistribute power. Most companies that have innovated have fallen into lawsuits. 1998, when Google came onto they were scraping the web, they got sued for scraping the web. It was legal. 2006, YouTube was sued for copyright. Uber and Airbnb, they're still fighting lawsuits. ChatGPT, generative AI, is fighting lawsuits around copyright issues. Every innovative technology has to push up against the law. And it's interesting, because we see whether we as a society choose to keep it or not, whether it benefits people or not. And so ultimately, leadership for each and every one of you is not a noun, it's not an identity, it's not that you are the president of your club or the president of your team. It is actually your actions. It is how you show up. And you have an opportunity to learn to lead in these case competitions, to choose to do things differently. And that's my call out for you, is that I want each and every one of you to see this opportunity as an opportunity to lead in your schools, to lead in your communities, to see entrepreneurship as a way to build our societies, to make a better world. Folks, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
I'll try to do my best. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Gabriel Sullivan. I'm a senior manager in business strategy for Wealth Management. If you don't know what we do, basically, we're doing financial planning for high net worth clients. So, and financial planning is not only about investment or insurance or mortgage or liquidity planning, it's everything. Everything. We're like family doctor for clients, all right? I'm gonna divide my speech in three parts. First part, by thanking the organization committee. So for organizing such a great event. I know that you work hard. I know that you probably lack some sleep. Alright? But you got some guru, what I heard, so you'll be good. So thanks to you. Part two, I want to thank the partner. I wish I had an amazing speech like you did, and you did, but I'm not that good, but it was great. But I want to thank you to invest in our future generation. I think that's a great move. I wish I was going to those kind of events when I was at school, but I'm coming now, so that's a good thing. And for the final part, the delegates. Congratulations. I know that you work hard. I know that you also lack some sleep, but it's okay. It's okay. And you're starting like a stress week. Sure, it's gonna be a tough week for you, but it's time to have fun. You've been working hard for the past couple of months, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe more. And now it's showtime, alright? Don't be stressed, just enjoy it. And if I could give like a small advice, and I'll take like 2 or 3 tables just to give an example. So for that table, who's the leader? You are, great. But, oh, please, you need to. For that table, who's the leader? Those 3 tables. Stand up. Be hard. That table, who's the leader?
No. Respectfully,
and for the
you'll
last
find out
table,
about it. Okay. We'll give you 2 minutes. Yes. It's complicated.
all right. So for example, we got
Thank you. You did
3 leaders. We got 4. I know you didn't raise. Please. All right. So I'm gonna give advice to those 4 leaders, right? And in every table, it was easy for all of the tables just to point out, oh, he's the leader, stand up, it's you, right? It was easy for you guys just to nominate someone to take the bullet. It was good. It was a good thing though. For the leader, and maybe you are, maybe you're not, but in the next couple of days, you'll be putting yourself through some tough days that you need to be creative or whatever, and you will not have all of these, and you will not, and you will not, and you will not. And it's totally fine, but for the leader, and basically all of the leaders on the other side, the advice is good for you too. Listen, take some time to step back after reading the case and listen to what everyone on your team has to say. Because you don't have all the solution. Maybe it's an HR case and you're not HR, you're finance. Or maybe someone is HR and maybe you have a mentor. The solution you will give is about community. It's about innovation. It's not about saving money or just, oh, that's a good solution, let's put out there. And because we as businesses, we need some creativity and some new ideas. Alright? So thank you, leaders. It was just a quick experiment just to make sure that there's other people on your team and maybe they're afraid to speak. Maybe they're afraid, maybe they don't want to confront you. But take some time to listen to them. Everyone, like, what's on their mind or whatever. Do you want to make this fun? Alright. So once again, thank you everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. If you want to connect with me, come speak with me. If you prefer French, I prefer it too. But I'll do my best. Alright? Thank you everyone.
You have a clicker issues too?
I'm not in liquor issues too, but it's fine. So I'm actually going to call up our VP External, Louis Abdul, to talk about something very exciting.
All right. How do you use this?
Oh my god.
Damn.
Nobody saw that, right? All right, perfect. Oh my, what's going on here? Okay, so sorry. All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I see some of the FAs of like lights in their eyes and everything. Sorry for that.
Because they weren't here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Louis Abdul, and as the VP of External Affairs, it's my great pleasure to welcome such a talented and passionate group of students, coaches, and faculty members from around the world to the 17th edition of Jmucc. It is an honor and a privilege to have helped organize this 17th edition of Jmucc as a team ambassador for the last 2 years, and now a member of the executive committee. The competition has become an integral part of my university career and student life. Seeing everyone here together today after planning for 9 months still seems surreal to me, and I'm so excited to see how each of you will go in the next 7 days. Before I get into the awards that will be presented at the end of the week, I would like to take the opportunity to announce the recipients of the 2025 Jmucc/VA Capital Bursary. So for many years, this bursary has allowed new schools to enter the competition and has ensured that returning schools can continue to compete in the years to come. Spirit, passion, and dynamism. This year, we take into consideration not only financial need, but the school's dedication to further advancing their student case program in alignment with Jmucc's 3 pillars. Now I would like to invite to the stage Jeffrey Solomon, our title sponsor. I would also like to invite my 2 presidents, Cheyenne Nayeri and Alexandre Siliwara. Now Jeffrey will announce the recipients of this bursary that he has so generously sponsored to us.
I didn't get my Neon. High risk, high reward. High risk, yeah.
So the first one goes to the University of Seattle.
Please come up here for some pictures.
Oh. What are they? They're getting it. $500 each. Easy bag. And the winner's probably big. What is that for first
It's going to be sent by mail.
airdrop.
Everyone's surprise. The next one is Queen's University.
Whoa! I would have guessed it. You would have guessed it. Well deserved. Well deserved. I might know some. No. My friends are not smart enough to be
Jeffrey Solomon for this donation. Truly an incredible thing. So first time we give 2 bursary checks. And we do it, so thank you.
As we all know, throughout the week, teams will be competing to make it on the podium and claim the winning title of Jmucc 2025. Along with this, we would like to also offer additional awards dedicated to recognizing other important aspects of this competition. First, the Laureate Brunet Coach of the Year Award is presented each year to the faculty advisor who, throughout the week, shows their team unparalleled support, guidance, and encouragement. I would like you all to give your coaches a huge round of applause for their commitment to helping you learn and grow over the past several months. Next, we will have the Team Spirit Award. This will be presented to the team who showcases outstanding sportsmanship and teamwork, demonstrates a positive attitude during activities, and who continuously upholds the values of Jmucc throughout the week. If you do the challenges we've provided to you to be a prize to your team, please tag us on your posted stories. We really want to see what you guys are up to in Montreal and how much fun you're having.
Yes.
We will also have the Best Presenter Award. The winner of this award will be selected by the final panel judges based on the delegates' persuasive ability, their demonstration of knowledge, and the effective articulation of their ideas during the case presentation. Beyond the teams themselves, we also have the Volunteer of the Year Award. This will be presented to the volunteer who goes beyond their general duties, and who is always eager to lend a hand whenever it's needed. I would like to give an enormous thanks to all our volunteers for taking time out of their busy schedule and break week to help us out for this competition. I would like to conclude this by reminding everyone that the committee has worked hard to ensure the smooth running of the competition. We understand that transition between activities may be quick, but the schedule is very strict. Jmucc runs by the second, and we expect you all to remain punctual and respect the schedule. As the famous saying goes at our school, if you're on time, you're late. So please make sure to always be checking the WhatsApp chat for reminders and updates. With that, I wish you all the best of luck this week, and I'm excited to meet all of you. I will now pass it off to Ann Lee, our VP of Academics.
Jmucc has been a huge part of my own university experience in my very first year in Florida. This is where I discovered my passion for teaching. It is all about the adrenaline, the problem solving, and of course, all the lifelong connections and friendships that I have made over all of the companies that I have been in. For 2 years at Jmucc, I have had the incredible opportunity to be a team ambassador. Shout out to Aspirants and Freedom, by the way. I love you guys. They're not here this year, but I still love them. And those experiences as the past 2 Jmucc have shaped me in ways I never expected. So to me, Jmucc is more than just a competition. Jmucc is about forming connections, bringing challenges together, and creating unforgettable memories. So I hope you're as excited as I am as we're here today to kick off an exciting week packed with challenges, teamwork, and of course, a lot of coffee. So before we get started, I would like to jump in with a few highlights of a few key important rule changes for this year. For full details, please consult the official rulebook, which is available on our website. After the ceremony, we'll be hosting a coaches meeting, so please, if you have any questions, relay them to your coaches and we'll hear all answers. So we will start with the round robin tournament. Schools will be assigned to 6 divisions. Each division will have 4 teams, labeled A, B, C, or D. Once you're on the Jmucc premises, you'll be referred to strictly by your school letter. So be sure to remember those and do not disclose your letter to any judge at any point. Over the next 3 days is a round robin tournament. You will go head to head with every other team in your divisions. 15 points will be divided 15 points will be divided between the 2 teams, and you can earn a minimum of 3 points and maximum of 12 for each day. Now, for the temporalities, your team will be ranked from 1st to 4th in your division. Depending on your rank, you can earn a maximum of 40 and a minimum of 25 points. This case carries the most weight throughout the entire week and is often the tiebreaker for the finalists. Over the last 2 years, I've seen teams who were underdogs in the round robin tournament who actually made it to the finals after excelling in the particular case. And I'm sure that your coaches might have told you, Jmucc is not a sprint, it is a marathon. So make sure to give your all to the very last day of Jmucc. Here are the few key rules to remember. Internet access is allowed, but messaging apps, flashing platforms, and university databases are not allowed. Make sure to clear your browser history and log out of all platforms, including social media accounts, before starting resolution. All collaboration must take place on Microsoft PowerPoint. You'll be given a division email address beginning of your prep, and you have to submit via WeChat 10 minutes before your resolution ends. Presentations must be between 15 and 20 minutes, and you must not disclose your country or university at any point during the presentation. Again, if you have any questions, make sure to pass them along to your coach, and they will be addressed at the coach's name later tonight. With that being said, I'm excited for you to see the cases that we have worked a long time for this, and now I would like to pass it on to our VP Tech and Innovation, Yusef.
Hello everybody, it's nice to see everybody here together, finally after all our work. Sorry about the clicker issues, we don't know what's going on.
Do you have to use it or no? You're just
we're gonna figure it out. So yeah, I'm gonna walk you through some information on the website for the delegates. Specifically it's called the Delegate Portal. If you'd like to go to the next slide. Alright, I guess I was able to turn. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Basically, you'll find it on the participants section of the website. If you go over there, it's password protected. We're going to supply everybody with passwords. So basically, it's a delegates and FA section that's going to have many different portals for live streams, scoring, tutorials, etc., etc. So if you look at the next slide, you see what it looks like. Scoreboard, WeTransfer tutorial, guides, and live stream. So I really encourage everybody to go over to the WeTransfer tutorial. It'll clear up a lot of confusion about how we do our case submissions. If you want to keep up with the scoreboard throughout the week, you can press right there for the scoreboard. And if you want to see any live streams, I mean, if you finish your case and you want to see other people's cases, you can go and watch live streams there. The guides are really just like score, the rulebook guides, rubric guides, etc., stuff like that. And the final part is, you go and go next, frequently asked questions. So like the delegates every year always ask the same exact questions, and you'll find the answers to them right here. With that said, I hope this will clear up you guys' confusion, and I hope you guys have a great time on the show. Thank you.
So throughout the months, Louis got some videos from your universities. It's honestly a beautiful video, so I hope everyone engages and looks at it. It's a beautiful video. All right.
Wait, should we can you go
Yeah.
We're back at Jmucc again. Very demure, very mindful. Have fun, you all.
But can you fix it so we see the video, like the lighting exposure?
Team Hot.
There we go.
We're back at Jmucc again. Very demure, very mindful. Have fun, you all. I know you're excited. I'm excited for you. You definitely got this. Hi guys, wish you the best of luck with Jmucc team this week.
Jacob, Martina, Victoria.
We know you're gonna smash it.
team, wishing you all the best at Jmucc. Crack the cases like detectives, present like rock stars, but most of all, have an amazing and fun week.
To all the teams, wish you all the best, good luck, and show the world what you learned. And to Team HKU, guy out, call you Sayed.
Hello, Jmucc. This is last year's team wishing you the best of luck. And don't forget to dress warm.
And don't forget to visit tomorrow for the ice cap. And most importantly, guys, bring it home. We know you got this.
Hi, Jmucc team. Good luck, you got this. Hi, Jmucc team.
Good luck, team. เห็นไหมนี่อะไรขอให้ทุกคนโชคดีนะครับสวัสดีครับ
That's awesome.
You worked so hard. Good luck. Good luck, Ivy. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, team. I know you kill it.
Good luck, you amazing Jmucc team.
You got this, movie.
I wish you the great luck
Rishi, Ben, Josh, Alexander, and Coach Nelson, all of us here in the Grossman School.
This is so good. Wow. What the hell's that to?
Hey, Caroline's going to Jmucc. Good luck, be confident. You got this. Show
This is awesome.
I know that you guys are going to crush it. It's so much fun. We can't wait to hear all about it. We love Grossman School of Business. GCC and wishes you the best of luck.
Good luck, GSB.
Good luck, GSB. Good luck at Jmucc, GSB. Go crush Jmucc. Yay!
Hi team, just want to wish you luck, have fun, and go Griffins.
Hey Concordia, both you and I are here to tell you that despite the amount of snow we got, I know you guys are going to be hot to go. So good luck, have fun out there, and let's show them our work out.
Hi team, all the best for the competition. I'm confident you will make us proud and bring home the trophy.
I know you'll make us proud.
Judges are gonna love you guys.
And I know you listen to your coach. Good luck, Team Schulich.
I believe in you, and I love you guys.
Really excited to see how the competition goes. I know you guys are going to do amazing, so good luck.
Yeah, do your best and enjoy the process, and we will feel very proud about you. Andrea, my best wishes and best of luck.
I am very proud of you, good luck, and enjoy.
Believe in yourself, anything is possible.
The best dreams happen when you are away.
Congratulations, I completed a great case competition.
We're very proud of you already. We're very proud of you. We love what I see you with your great. You're amazing, have a great time. Already winners, trust in your work.
All wonderful, we love you so much. The best of the best, girls, you're doing.
Good luck.
You're an amazing team, we like.
You know, you're doing great. It's like something French at the same time. They force you to do it. Yeah. Say, come on. Give an example.
I guess. That's hola. We have this, guys.
Oh, I thought you were taking camera shots.
Really?
No.
You're a filmmaker. Oh yeah, you're behind the scenes.
Zoom.
Hey guys, good luck at Jmucc 2025. You guys are absolutely gonna crush it. I have full confidence that all the work that you put in is really just building up to this point. I'm excited to cheer you guys on and support you guys every single step of the way. Good luck. I'm excited for you guys.
Danny, Lee, I know you represent the University of South Carolina very well at Jmucc 2025. Now, I'm standing out here, it's only about 70 degrees in Columbia, South Carolina. So, I asked Nils about the weather, and he said, why don't you use ChatGPT? So I used ChatGPT, and it said, in Montreal, the weather is going to be 87 degrees next week. Now, I knew that had to be wrong. So when it said, no, that was Montreal Jamaica. So again, wrong search, wrong answer. But I know that you guys will get the right answers next week, and you'll make lots of Jmucc friends and Jmucc relationships, and you represent the University of South Carolina very well. Congratulations.
You're good, bro. No one's watching anyways.
I'm the only viewer.
You're good, bro. Are they gonna do a drum now?
We can do it, Sarah. Whenever you clap, do you think it's red?
Yeah.
Like,
Now I would like to invite our co-presidents Alex and Cheyenne to the stage to begin the divisional draw. So I know everyone has been waiting for this moment the entire day, but we're finding the bowl, so you found them. Anyway, so the word is over. Okay, so now Alex and Sean will draw the first team, and when the school is called, please come and send one representative to the stage. You'll then draw your division, letter, and the next school to come to the stage.
So for the first team, I'd like to call on TMU, Toronto Metropolitan University.
Can we switch it to them?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
we're seeing this. Bye.
Yeah, it's all good. I noticed. It's okay. I already knew who it was. It's pretty obvious.
I'm trying to wait for you to switch.
I've drawn these 6. Forgive me if I say this wrong, but I've drawn Universidad of Panamericana. Apologies.
Oh, I talked to her earlier. She made me take a picture with her.
Oh yeah?
School
Love the
mascot.
pants.
Right?
It's these guys, but I think there's naked too.
See one.
No, it's there. It has a nicotine. No, it's a thing. Throw it.
University of Alberta.
Really? I only have one drawn. People have like. I'm not a fraud, but I can't. In another one.
B3. And then we have Queen's University.
C2. University of Vermont.
A5. And it's Western University.
My buddy's there. It's like, wait.
University of Guelph.
A6.
Yeah. Around the bar, that's it.
So we're standing, not you.
Apologies on the pronunciation. Erasmus University.
Erasmus University of Rotterdam.
Hmm. Nice. Dutch. Next to Amsterdam. Nice.
C4. And Chulalongkorn University.
B6. Next is Concordia University.
D5.
National University of Singapore.
D1.
University of South Carolina. University of New South Wales.
Speakers. It's gonna be so good. Saturday I'm gonna do DJ from like till like 5 a.m. And DJ from like through the until like 4 a.m.
Alright, so that's exciting news. So these are going to be your divisions for the rest of the week. Wishing you the best of luck. So we're going to wrap everything up. So we truly hope you guys had an amazing dinner and an amazing opening ceremony. We're going to ask for the faculty advisors to stay back for the coaches Q&A training. Q&A. So yeah, that's all for the night. We thank everybody that came out, all the sponsors, all the faculty advisors, and we're wishing you a well-rested night. And good luck for tomorrow, everyone.
Might be the only night we sleep.
My friends were like, oh, do you want to go